Hi guys, it's Jake, and I haven't posted a video in like 1,000 years, am I right? So today I decided, I'm bored, I have nothing to do, I'll make a simple tutorial on how to make some ramen noodles. Now you guys may be thinking, ramen noodles? How hard is it to make ramen noodles? You just boil some water, put some noodles in, add some seasoning, and that's that. Well, let me tell you something. I am not basic. I do not eat basic ramen noodles. I'm gonna show you how to make some good ass ramen noodles. Let's begin. First, you're gonna need some ramen noodles. I go with the Maruchan brand because it's cheap and it gets the job done. So once you got your ramen, you're gonna need to get this thing. You can call it a pot or a pan, but it's this thing. You just get one of these and you fill it with water. After eyeballing this, it's about a cup. So now what you're gonna do is you put your thing over the fire. Now you can just let this water boil, or you can add some stuff to it, like what I'm gonna do. So I like to add some salt. We are out of salt. So next best thing, we grab some garlic salt since we're out of salt. And we're just gonna put this garlic salt in there because you know what? Garlic salt works. There we go. Now, since we're out of regular salt, we do own sea salt. So you can just add your little sea salt in there. Easy tip from Jake, don't make your fire too high because if you do, you're gonna burn yourself. I didn't burn myself, but y'all motherfuckers will. Now you grab a fork, a handy dandy trusty fork. It could be a big fork, a small fork. I'm going with this mid-sized fork. You just stir. Yeah. Now once everything's all mixed, you just let it come to a boil. Now, while we're waiting for that to boil, I got my trusty salt shaker right there and some salt. So I'm gonna fill this thing up since nobody else in this house knows how to do that. Don't fill this too full because it will overflow. Now if you're like me, ramen noodles aren't salty enough for you. So you gotta add more salt with our freshly filled salt shaker. Salty just like my soul. If you like me and you ain't that thin and you hungry and you ain't gonna wait for this water to boil, all you gotta do is just open this up. You are going to remove this pack. So set this to the side. We'll come back to this for later. Once you got your block of ramen out and your water's not to a boil yet because, like we said earlier, we don't like to wait. We want our food ASAP. You just take this and you plop it right in there. Since you want to get the most bang for your buck, you're gonna take your ramen packet and you're just gonna tip it over because oh shit. You want to make sure you get all those little extra crunchies in your thing because otherwise it's going to end up all over and you got a mess to clean up. Okay, so now you're just going to let this sit on the stove for a good 2 or 3 minutes. Just let it get all in there and cooked. You want this cooked. You do not want to be eating some crunchy ass ramen. Leave that for the crusty bitches. Y'all ain't crusty bitches. Don't eat some crusty ramen. Stirring occasionally may help. So now after about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, the ramen's starting to get done. It's still pretty crusty. We've established that we aren't crusty bitches, so we are gonna make sure this ramen is a fleek. Alright, so now that the ramen's mostly done, you're gonna wanna turn your fire on low and just let it simmer for a good little bit, just to make sure everything's all nice and hydrated and it's moist. Alright, now we're gonna go to step 3 right now. Alright, step 3, this is the controversial step. Y'all might not like this, but I like this. I do step 3 because, well, that's just me. You're gonna remove this water. So let's just, don't drain it all because you're gonna need some sort of stuff so your noodles don't turn black on the stove because we are gonna put it back over there eventually. Now with this step, you can either use what I just did with the fork and putting that in there, or you can go Go fancy. You can get a strainer or a colander. But we ain't gonna be that extra today. We're not gonna use a strainer or a colander today. We're gonna be minimalists. You know why? Because the more dishes you use, the more dirty dishes you're gonna have to wash. All right, so now that we're done with step 3, we're gonna come over here to step 4. And we're coming back to the seasoning packet. You're gonna take the seasoning packet, make sure you shake it, get all the stuff to the bottom, and we're just gonna take off a corner, and we're just gonna gracefully sprinkle it in there. Now take your fork again. Like I said, it doesn't matter what fork you use, just any kind of fork would work, and you just stir it. Now, you may want to add some more garlic salt since you just threw all your garlic salt water away. So all you gotta do is just add some garlic salt to your hand like so, and sprinkle the motherfucker in there. And I think we done. We are done. Voila. Bon appetit. All you simply gotta do is just take your fork. So you just take it. Oh my God. Caution. When removing ramen from a hot stove, ramen will be hot. You have your ramen. Alright guys, thank you for joining me on Cooking with Jake. Next week we'll tackle mac and cheese. Alright, thanks for watching. Toodaloo.